came into the England team in '95 and David Seaman was England's #1. Throughout the next 5 or 6 years, he was obviously Arsenal were Manchester United's main competitors, and he was a fantastic goalkeeper. He had a huge presence, big voice, and his greatest quality, which I think all keepers have, is that concentration, that calmness about them. Makes everything look quite simple, kicks it well, just catches it rather than flapping at it, and he was somebody who did those things really well. When you think of the greatest defender in the last 25 years, everybody would, I think, say the same name. It would be Paolo Maldini. Just his physique, his longevity, his fitness levels, the way in which he never seemed to make mistakes, his know-how and intelligence, which is key for a defender, knowing where to be. You know, he affected the game in both areas, both in the attacking sense and the defensive sense, and was somebody really that everybody that became a full-back in the 90s and into the 2000s really looked at Paolo Maldini as being the sort of icon, the one that you looked up to. Lothar Matthaus is someone who I have special memories of. One, watching him as a child almost, as a teenager for Germany, playing brilliantly well, a driving midfield player, scoring goals, and he's someone who I have real huge respect for. I think every team, great team, has somebody like him that basically holds them together, that leader character. Like I say, and he's adapted his game like all great players do throughout their career. Someone who started as a midfield player but then went further back. I think that's a real sign of a great player. The best domestic team that I ever played against was the Arsenal 1998 team that had Dennis Bergkamp in that #10 role, and he was a wonderful player because he had all the attributes that you need to play in the #10 role, and more. He scored goals, he set up goals, but really it was that inner steel that he had as well that was apparent when you played against him. Bergkamp was someone who always found the pass, the weight of pass was perfect, his appreciation of his teammates was excellent, and a real great football player in the Premier League. Everybody that speaks about Teddy Sheringham talks about his ability to understand the game, to play that second striker role brilliantly, and he was someone who was aggressive, good in the air, his ability to lay people in and play people in one touch was excellent. The biggest compliment I can pay him is that his teammates, you know, absolutely used to love him because he was always a target, he was always available, but his strike partners, you won't find a striker that played with Teddy Sheringham said he wasn't good to play with.
Out now on Xbox One.